Am I a good son? I don't know. Teared up at the food court. I pitched this as if Mosh Fag wrote Pachinko. So there is a man screaming about vegetables again. Like, if you're not reading this for summer, you're not sexy. Hi, hello, it's your boy Nate. I read books because reading is sexy, and if you're not reading, you're not sexy. Here to do June reading wrap up. Let me all tell you, I spiraled. Don't ask me why I did all of this, but okay, real quick, YouTube thumbnail. Okay, do any of those work? I don't know, we'll see. I spiraled, y'all. We read a total of, real quick count here, 14 books, technically 13, we'll get to that. One of them was a DNF, but I just didn't want to deal with real life, okay? So I did this instead. Mind any audio issues, I have the window open because it's blazing, and I didn't want to turn on the air conditioner because that thing is noisy. Oh, as always, these will be a flash review of everything I've read. In future vlogs and such, there will be more detailed reviews of the books, but for now, you got present tense Nathan with present tense reflections, seeing if these have stuck with me in any way, and I'll let you know. Now, here, we start now. Okay, started the month off with Ponyboy by Elliot Duncan. This is already out, but I received this as an ARC from W.W. Norton Company. Very important text for the trans literature canon. I got a lot out of this, awareness-wise. Goes into the misunderstandings and miscommunications that the trans body interacts with on a daily basis, and it's really frightening the way that some of us navigate people, and Duncan definitely colors that through this text. Also, there is a man screaming about vegetables again. He's not gonna stop. He's not gonna stop. I think I have to turn on the air conditioner. I'm so sorry. Here we go. You know, I thought I could do this. I thought I could do this with a nice, you know, Saturday morning with the window open. Like, how glorious is that? But no, you gotta kill the environment because you have a man screaming about vegetables. Okay, Ponyboy, I'm so sorry. Important trans text. It's just so messy and lots of fun. I did feel like the prose was a little heavy-handed at times. There are definitely flourishes for aesthetic's sake and didn't really add too much of the text at times, but still I think this is a very important book for the trans literature canon, and yeah, if you're looking for more trans literature, this is a very, very good place to be. It's just messy and chaotic. It's got a love triangle, lots of drugs. It's fun. Messy, but fun. Is that the summer mood? Who knows? But okay, read that. Then we did Days of Abandonment by Elena Ferrante, and oh my gosh, why has it taken me so long to read Elena Ferrante? I finally did it, and you know what? Now I might buy the ugly covers of the quartet. I might do it because I really, now I'm like obsessed. I need to like read the rest of her work, and fantabulous. I did this as a buddy read with Kieran from Kieran Reader and your boy Charles. And oof, what a sexy way to start summer. Like, it was still a bit cool. Like, we were reeling into summer, and this is just a really good romp. She does telenovela, but in like lit fic fashion. Like, how does she do it? I'm still thinking about this book. I think it's gonna end up in my top 10 for the year, because let me tell you, this woman, Olga, spirals, and I spiraled too. It just fit so well within what was happening in my real life. You know, literature speaking to real life, I got a good relationship with literary fiction, let me tell you. Yeah, if you want to spiral, this is it, this is it. And I think Ferrante is so hilarious, but the humor just happens, and then you're just like, did she really say that? Did that really just, was that really just said? And it's just so fucking funny and super sexy, and the woman spirals, and she goes bonkers in this place, and this book goes in some very, very wild places. But yes, definitely a 5-star read for me, and thank you, Yena, for gifting me this beautiful introduction to Ferrante's work. I couldn't have asked for a better way to dip into Ferrante, but loved this a bunch. Days of Bannerman, Elena Ferrante. Okay, after that, I finished, finally, Ottessa Moshfegh's Homesick for Another World. I was sort of dipping in and out of these stories in, what is that, May? Finally finished it, and good. It's a good, solid Moshfeghian collection of her short stories. I made the mistake of reading this all in one go, like back-to-back stories. I definitely don't recommend that. Definitely go to these stories in between your reads if you're missing Moshfegh, and it's a lot of fun. Just classic Moshfegh. We're all ugly losers, and we win sometimes, and that's all explored in this wonderful collection. And also, let's give thanks to how, like, the cover designers pay so much attention to her work and just like create such sexy covers. Like this one's a lot of fun. I'm loving the color block with the black and white image of a UFO, and yeah, just like the font set up right there. You see Homesick first and then World, and it's just beautifully done with, what is this? Judging a book by its cover tag? Anyway, good collection. Not to be missed by Moshfegh fans. And I think a very good introduction to her work if you don't want to commit to a novel of hers. Her short stories are the way to do it. Lots of fun. Homesick for Another World, Ottessa Moshfegh. Okay, then I did Death Valley, Melissa Broder. The vlog's already out, so no mention of how much fun I had with this one, and definitely not to be missed by Broder fans. As a sneak peek, I'm currently reading Milk Fed, almost halfway through. I'm loving it. I love it a lot, and I really like Broder. She's, yeah, just such an honest writer, given that I've also listened to her podcast, Eating Alone in My Car, and just like seeing the life of the writer and what she writes is just, it's just such a darling parasocial relationship that I'm having. Okay, don't take that away from me, but not to be missed by Broder fans. I think you'll thoroughly enjoy this if you enjoy her work. Death Valley, Melissa Broder. Check out the vlog. It was a good weekend. I had a good time, and yeah, did this as a buddy read with Matt. Matt is incredibly smart. Yeah, had some delicious details about this book that I think I overlooked, and he, yeah, turned this book around for me when I wasn't really enjoying it and allowed me to see it through another lens. So I thank you, Matt, and thank you for this cool buddy read. Death Valley, Melissa Broder, lots of fun. Okay, then we did Small Worlds by Caleb Azuma Nelson. I've been meaning to read his work for a while. I received this as an ARC, but it's already out. It was out in May, but this is out by Viken. Yeah, what is it? Open Water. Been meaning to read this one, but okay, I get it, y'all. I get why you like his work. Gorgeous prose. Can't beat it. I really don't remember what happened in the book, but what I will say is that there's such a lyricism to his work that just sounds like music, and given that this book is about sort of like clubbing and music, it's beautiful in a way and reminds me a lot of James Baldwin, and I think it's a short story he has called Jazz that like moves like jazz music, and it's so good if you ever get the chance to read it. But I've been really infatuated now with books about music. Like I'm looking for the ultimate rave book. So if anyone has any recs about like club books, let a boy know. Let a boy know. I'm currently doing research about it and want to know some fun clubbing books. So let a boy know. But yes, this is fine. This was fun. If you're looking for definitely vibes over plot, this is definitely it, especially if you want like character interactions and relationships and how they come to be and fall apart. This is great. Small Worlds, Caleb Azuma Nelson. If you enjoyed Open Water, this is good. But I think what I will say is I think this is exactly what Open Water is. So if you enjoy Nelson's like style, you'll enjoy this. But if you read Open Water and like didn't really like it because of sort of the lack of, I don't think you'll like this. But yeah, Small Worlds. I jived with it. All right, after that, I read Whale by Chun Myung-kwan with Yena from Modern Ajumma. Did this as a buddy read with her, and oof, we had a time. We had a time. Let me tell you, it has been a while since I've like stayed up to finish a book, and I did it for this. Not to say that it's like a perfect novel, but it just worked for me given that so much happens on a single page that you just roll with it and you just keep rolling, and it just goes in directions that you don't think it goes into, but it does. And our narrator Kumbok is like girl boss in feudal Korea. Like she done did that. She done did a bunch of things, and it's insane what she goes through. But this is sort of a Korean modern classic. My coworker was reading this in Korean, and both of us got to like the giant dick portion, and we were both like, yes, very interesting. But it's a wild ride. I think if you are in a reading slump, you'll definitely enjoy this. Oh, what did I pitch this as? I pitched this as if Mosh Fag wrote Pachinko. Whale, Chun Myung-kwan, pick it up. It's a fabulous ride. Wild, bonkers. Whale. Okay, after that, I read Earth Angel, Madeline Cash. This was a romp, great collection of short stories ranging from Nintendogs to ISIS recruiters to beauty queen pageant contestants, and it's all over the place, and it's just lots of fun. Cash is hilarious, and I can easily return to these stories and know I'll have a good time. Like, I think I smiled the most. Out of all these books, this one I smiled the most with. Like, I was laughing out loud as well. Just great lines, the way that she writes sentences. But she knows her punches. She knows where to land a joke, and it's evident in this really cute, sexy summer read. Like, if you're not reading this for summer, you're not sexy. I'm sorry. So pick this up. Okay, then, yes, we have La Madres by Esmeralda Santiago. Received this as an ARC from Knopf. Thank you, Matt. And if you miss your grandma, if you're thinking about family, if you're thinking about if you're a good enough daughter, a good enough child, this one's for you. Sort of treks family history, recountings, while a natural disaster whips in and sort of creates havoc, not in just land, but family as well. Thought a lot about my own family and what I mean as a son. Like, am I a good son? I don't know. If you miss your grandma, this one's a good one. La Madres, out by Knopf, August 8th. Esmeralda Santiago. Okay, then I read The Water Statues by ya homegirl Flor Yagi. She a freaky one. Honestly, I don't know what the fuck happened in this book. Like, was a man talking to the statues? Were the statues talking to each other? Who knows? But it's this weird, funky little book that is, again, in Yagi fashion, completely atmospheric, mysterious, like fog, mist, everything's wet, there's moss, and you sort of like slip into this like weird spell because Yagi just has this like incredible prose. If you like Yagi's work, this one's an interesting one. It hits you with a punch at the end, makes you think about just life in general, and it's a weird one though. We'll say that. And this cover, stunning. How can you not? Striking, striking. Okay, then I did, and I have a call now, so I have to pick that up. Give me a sec. Hi, hello, we're back. I think I need to turn on the light. Let me see. How do we like that? Do we like this one? I think that one's fine. Okay, I think we were talking about The Body Artist by Don DeLillo, a rec by Benjamin Journal. Love Ben. And for a slim DeLillo, this was fine. I thought this was interesting. I think it was good to be back in DeLillo's prose. He has some of the best sentences, and it's always gorgeous, his writing. I feel like not the strongest DeLillo, and probably not the best place to start with Don DeLillo. I definitely recommend his hardier books like White Noise and maybe Cosmopolis, the JFK assassination one. But yes, takes a look at the complications of marriage with the backdrop of consumerist America and deals with what the body is and as art performance through grief. But this one was a quickie, and yeah, enjoyed it. The Body Artist, Don DeLillo. And then here we go, my third or fourth DNF of the year. Don Lee's Yellow. I picked this up because of the cover alone, of course. That's incredibly stunning. So, so sexy. But not so much a sexy read. These very much felt like first drafts to underdeveloped stories, and makes me really, really sad to know that Don Lee is a professor of creative writing, and yeah, not the best fleshed out characters and sort of really bad punchlines to the end of his stories, and I think is a very interesting collection of stories that ruminate of Asian American living and approach to art whenever this was published, like early 2000s. But yeah, not a very, very weak collection, given that this was also a debut though, so we'll mention that. I think I was kind of really just mad at the first story, given that it was a pushcart story, and I very much value pushcart and the pieces of literature that come out of that as a regarded literary collection of contemporary voices. So to know that this was in there just kind of pissed me off, if you ask me. Because if I'm writing amateur stories, why am I not in pushcart? You know what I mean? Anyway, that's the hot take on Don Lee's Yellow. But mostly picked this up because of Elaine Suchu's Disorientation. She mentioned this, and that was really interesting to look at in terms of like Asian on Asian animosity through antagonistic relationships, and I can see how she took that from sort of these, or from the first story especially, and implemented it in her novel Disorientation. So yeah, this was major pass. Yeah, bye-bye. Okay, and then up next I read Tom Lake by Anne Patchett. this will be getting its own special vlog. Let me know when you want it. Peeps, let me know. Let me know. But always a joy to be back in Patchett's world, and I'll leave it at that. But yeah, let me know how bad you want. Beg. I want you to beg. Beg for the Patchett. Beg for Patchett. Let me know. Okay. And then we did The Seas. Samantha Hunt. Did this as a buddy read with Katie James. Y'all were right. Y'all were, I get it. I get it. But damn, we done did spiral through teen angst first love in a tremendously wild way. And this synced with Katie James and the weather and sort of like monsoon season coming in Korea. This just was like perfect way to like heavy set summer. But yeah, those last few moments of this book, just, I teared up. I teared up. I finished this at the food court and I teared up at the food court. Yeah. The Seas, Samantha Hunt. What a joy. Hunt has some very delicious sentences, and I get it. I get it, BookTube. Y'all were right about this one, and enjoyed it lots. Also, forward by Maggie Nelson. Kick-ass. Love that. And then I tried to squeeze in a tiny. We did Motherfucker Land by Ed Lin. This has been on my shelf for like 2 years, I think. Finally got to it. We follow this slacker named Sean through a summer after having served some time for marijuana possession. Sat in nicely as a dog day summer book. You have Pot, hot dog stand summer job. There's like really good like mall vibes. The vibes of a mall without the mall. Everything was set on a pier though, so I think that's where that comes from. And yeah, we have a teen moving through a very adult world and trying to figure out what it means to be an adult, if adults are adults, if he's an adult in any way, and or maybe high school never ends. All done in this no plot, just vibes book. Ed Lin works with very little, but also proves that you don't need much to create a compelling piece of work. But yes, Motherfucker Land, Ed Lin. It's a fun one. All the characters feel very like graphic novel-y as well. So it's a fun one for summer. Yes. Okay. That's everything I read in June. Isn't that insane? That was insane. But yeah, let me tell you, I've just been sort of avoiding real life and yeah, just ignoring life stuff and just reading. I don't recommend it, but boy oh boy, is that Goodreads count up. So yeah, priorities. What are your priorities? Let me know what you read in June. What should I be reading? What did you enjoy recently? I love adding books to the TBR. Let a boy know. Let him know. And yes, let me know if you've read any of these books, if you will read them, and if you vibed with any of these. But yeah, we'll say summer's going strong. Maybe I'll spiral less in July, who knows? But yes, thanks for being here. Thanks for listening to me ramble about books, and I just wanted to send out a little appreciation because yeah, honestly, thank you for watching these little videos and spending time with me, and in the comment section too, just talking with me. Like, we're here for books, right? And it's just always a joy to be able to share that in such a solitary act that reading is. So be well, do good work, keep in touch.